Hello, my beautiful beardy friends. So today we're going to talk about how to stop your beard growing in the wrong direction. I've got 5 tips for you. If you're new to this channel, please remember to subscribe and hit that bell notification. I am going to talk about everything that I've learned about growing this beard and all of the mistakes I've made. Okay, let's go over and look at the 5 solutions I've got for a beard that has lots of different directions. Everyone's beard is different. Whether or not you've got cowlicks, whether or not you've got waves, whether or not you've got curls, lumps, bumps, all of it. Your beard is unique. Everyone's beard has their issues. Now, I'm very fortunate that I don't have any huge issues with cowlicks or waviness, but I do have very, very curly, thick hair. And so it does take a while. Actually, here, you can probably see it. There's a little bit of a wave that I always try to kind of like get rid of. It just dips in a little bit here. And so look, everyone's beard has issues that they're trying to overcome, and a lot of the times it's to do with the direction of the beard growth. Like, there's no way that you can change the way the hair follicles lie on your face, but there are a few things that you can do to make sure that your beard lays in a proper way. Okay, let's get over to the first one. This video is based on an article on beardgrowingpro.com, so go check out that. It's got a lot more information and other little tips and tricks. So beard growing in wrong direction, go to Beard Growing Pro. I'll link it in the description. Okay, so the first thing that I do that I just cannot live without is heat treatment. Now, go check out my other video, which is all about, should you straighten your hair? And really that's talking about the different kind of heat treatments available. But heat does work. And that's the thing that I think for a lot of beard growers makes it so appealing. So if your beard is laying in a wrong direction, if it's got waves, if it's got cowlicks, you can use a medium to high heat on a hairdryer and just comb it into place. Now, what the heat does is it kind of makes your hair forget about what direction it should be lying in, and then when you wash your hair again, it kind of goes back to its natural state. So it's kind of temporary. But yeah, I use a hairdryer quite a lot. I use it heavily on the front here, and I'm just trying to sort of like, control my hair, get it moving downwards and away. And here I do find that it kind of bushes out this way, so I do need a hairdryer just to hold it in place. I comb and hold, and I've seen some great examples on YouTube of people using a hairdryer and a rounded brush to just hold it in place. And it's kind of a similar way of using a heat treatment, like a straightener, for example. Straightener, you just straighten and it just sort of like flattens your hair. The one thing that I would say is that because it works so well, beard growers have a tendency to overuse heat treatment. So use it carefully, use it wisely. Go check out that other video, like I said, and I'll go through the pros and cons of using hair straightening and heat on your hair. But overall, it works. So use it carefully, and it can be a great tool to stop your beard growing in the wrong direction. Okay, the second one, which is all about just letting your hair grow. Now, if you want a short beard, the hair will do what it wants. And then we'll have to look at another option when we'll talk about that in a minute. But if you're growing your beard, just let the kind of weight of the hair do its job. When my beard was much shorter, maybe let's say 6 months ago, the front part here where I've got the wave here just was really, really obvious. But now I've got all this extra hair here. The weight really does help pull it down. Grow it out. The great thing as well is when you grow it out, not only does the weight of the hair hold it in place, but also products become more effective. So if you use beard wax, beard balm, essentially it's just more stuff, more hair to hold on to and keep it flat or keep it in the direction that you want it to go. So it's so funny on this channel, pretty much a solution I mentioned for every problem is grow it out. And this problem is no different. Grow it out. The third option you have got for your beard growing in a wrong direction is Products. Now, I've said this before, but products used to be something that I didn't go towards or go to as a first resort. But now I just look for products. I was like, hey, beards don't need products, but really they do. And I've got kind of three levels that I go through if my beard's just not behaving. And importantly, it changes from day to day. So today I've got a bit of beard oil and a tiny, tiny bit of wax to get rid of some fuzziness that I was experiencing on the edges here, but no issues anywhere else. So I was pretty light to kind of touch today with the products, but that will change. If my beard is just not behaving one day, I'll kind of like double it up, I'll use more beard wax, or I'll use a beard wax with more wax in it, that sort of stuff. Go check out my other video about my DIY beard balm. I love it. Like it just holds it perfectly in place, and it's super cheap and easy to make. So I'll link to that. Go check out that video. Okay, so products. First level, oil. If my beard, for some reason, normally it's after about 2 to 3 days after washing it, I just need a little bit of oil to keep it all looking good. And I'm like, this is great. And that's all I need sometimes. The second sort of like thing going up is beard like balm. So I'll use a beard balm without much wax in it, or like a beard conditioner. I actually use Bluebeard's beard conditioner. This isn't a product placement. It's just one that I bought in the States a couple years ago and really like. So it's like a beard conditioner. I use that one if I want like a little bit more of a kind of a hold or styling component. And then the last one is a wax. I will use my DIY beard balm / wax, and it's like 50% beeswax in it, and it just holds it straight. And also it doesn't feel too heavy. Like if I don't overdo it, it just looks like a natural beard. It doesn't look like I've used too many products. But those are the three levels. If your beard is growing in the wrong direction, I think a perfect combo is heat treatment, product to hold it in place, and you can't really go too wrong. The fourth way is trimming. Now, DIY trimming can be a little bit awkward, can't it? Just because you don't want to F it up. I was going to swear then. Does YouTube let me swear? You don't want to F it up. You don't want to just completely screw it all up. So the one thing I focus on is the lines of my beard. And so go check out my other video, which is all about how do I trim up my beard. And I'll talk about the lines. But essentially, in my bathroom, I've got like a white background. And these waves and anything that is kind of weird and things going in wrong direction, you can just trim it off. As long as you've got dense growth, there's no reason why you can't just trim off the bad bits. Now, one of the things about these cowlicks, curls and waves is that they tend to happen around the lines, or they're most obvious around the lines of your beard. And so what I like to do is push the hair to like its extreme, so it's like going completely off the line, and then I just trim it off. It's a bit brutal, but if you haven't got a particularly patchy or thin, light density coverage of hair, then it works perfectly. So yeah, I just look at the lines and, get on a white background, line, and then I just trim. And that kind of works really well for any waves or cowlicks or anything like that. Go easy, speak to a professional if you're not sure. But trimming and looking at the lines of your beard can be one of the best things you can do to get rid of beard hairs growing in the wrong direction. And number 5 is all about finding a beard style that hides what you're worried about. Now, this is something that when you're growing a beard, you don't necessarily think about, because you want a nice, thick, dense beard and you're heading towards this beard that's kind of like awesome and thick and full, but maybe your beard would look better in a different style. And so if you've got particularly wavy hair, like for example, I was actually going to stop my beard a little bit shorter than this, but when this wave here popped up, I realized that if I stopped it about here, the hairs would always point out and it would be like, ooh. And so I thought, well, I need a little bit more length just to sort of pull that down. And that's exactly what I ended up doing. And you need to kind of make those same choices about your beard and the style that you stop at or that you're aiming for. It could be that if you've got a very, very short beard and you've got cowlicks, that going that next level up, a medium-sized beard will help cover up those issues. It may be that you have a massive sort of curl or wave in the front, and growing out the length will help. I guess you can go a little bit further with your beard growing journey and length because the weight will help, like I talked about in the second part. So the weight will help sort of solve a load of issues. And yeah, choose a beard style that shows off the best aspects of your beard rather than trying to hide all the time the problem points. One thing I would say as well is just accept the beard the way it grows and work with the beard and not against it. Don't try to have someone else's beard, very much like a running or physical activity. Play your own game. And beard kind of sexiness or style or the way people perceive your beard doesn't actually come from the beard itself, but much rather your confidence while wearing it. So if you've got a bit of a wave or a bit of a cowlick or a bit of a sort of swirl, then embrace it. Like choose a style that maybe hides it a little bit, but you can't get rid of it completely. Yeah, that's what I would say. Rock it with confidence and choose a style that matches the growth of your hair. Done. So there we have it. There are my 5 solutions for a beard growing in lots of different directions. There is no reason you can't combine these as well, which is what I do. I probably use all of the top. I use heat treatment. I've grown it out. I certainly use products. I do focus on the lines and making sure that the wave, and ultimately I found a beard style that matches what my hair is doing, i.e. this little wave here and the extra bit of length I've grown on the front. So combine all 5 and you'll be in for the best beard that you can rock. If this video was helpful, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and also if you want more beard news in your feed, remember to subscribe, because I'm going to share all of the mistakes, tips, tricks and stuff that I've learned over the past few years growing this beard. Have a fantastic day, week, month, and I shall see you in the next video.